I am so excited.
Yeah.
uh,
Over here jamming.
yes.
That's so good. I appreciate that. That is good little pick me up in the morning. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Fantastic. I am so excited.
Yes, so exciting.
We have something so good.
So
Dude.
so good. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Man, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to flight school. So
Yes.
exciting. You know, it's so funny. Anybody who's on for the first time, you picked a great time for your first flight school ever. Today also happens to be the last flight school of 2023.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
glad you got on today. Glad you got on. Hey, everybody, super special flight school today. I know you've heard by now that today on our last flight school for 2023, it's a special edition flight school featuring none other than your CEO, visionary leader, industry icon, our coach, friend, and mentor, Holton Buggs himself. And he's going to do something super special today. He's going to take you through the goal setting workshop, which has been absolutely life changing for Mark and myself and for
Yep.
thousands of other people over the years. And he's got some special announcements. So check this out. Your team needs to be on. If you were on last week, you know we changed the format, so you know we move pretty quick around here. If they're late,
Yes.
they're gonna be late. So
It
let's make sure we get everybody on, as they say in Texas, right now. All right.
Who do we have on?
Who do we have on?
Yes. All right. Doris D'Lo in the house.
Look at that.
Stacy Hughes from Tampa.
All right.
Oh, so
I'm seeing everybody from
Ivana.
the HB System Coaching Group on early. That's what I'm
Yes.
talking about, people.
Yes.
Peter Schellenberger from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Ivana from Germany.
Kevin Clayton from H-Town.
Ron Petty from Nashville, Tennessee.
Yes, there's somebody in here with a lot of Denmark flags. What's
Uh,
up, Denmark?
you know
I
who
think
I
that's
see?
Denmark. Luana from Alabama.
You know who I see?
I bet you see I Spy with My Little Eye. Monica from
Monica from
Budapest.
Budapest. uh,
Steen Nelson from Denmark. Shane Eames from Nottingham, United
Blue
Kingdom.
Diamond, Jackie Pippins.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. All right. Sharon Horton Jenkins from Nashville, Tennessee on Facebook over here.
Cheryl Cosby from Birmingham, Alabama.
Emerald Fraser, the Ringer Grant from Scotland, Ireland.
Kia Kinlaw tuning in from an ATL.
Very, very, very nice. Ron Petty from Nashville, Tennessee. Stacy Hughes from Tampa. Ivana from Germany. What's up, Ivana? How you doing? Diamond Brandon Burrell from Florida.
Devora Hernandez from Maryland.
Look at that.
Yeah.
John Kaster from Germany. It says bonjour. I don't think you say bonjour in Germany, John. What do you say in Germany? Anybody know? I don't know. I don't know how you say hello in German. All right. Kathy Washington from Harlem, New York City. Just a very different Harlem today than when I grew up.
All right. Janice Griggs. Janice with a Y. She says, let's go Dallas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All
Um,
right. Well, Pat Pamplin says, we've all got on short sleeves and it's 60 degrees and cold in Bermuda. You know, it is cold in Houston too, but you know, we have to give you guys one last gun show for the year. See, I'm overt and blatant with mine. I flex. Mark just goes,
yeah.
here.
Yeah. No, I actually had to do something there. Yep. Guten Tag. That means good day. Enjoy.
Guten Morgen.
Ah, there we go.
Thank you, Joe Peach from Hawaii. Joe Peach from Hawaii tells us good morning in German. Guten Tag. All right. So, good morning, everybody. Let's rock and roll. We're going to go ahead and get started and jump in this thing. We got people on from all over the world. I think you see that by now. Get your people on. It's disclaimer time. Let's get this party going today. All right.
All right.
Especially with our CEO, Mr. Buggs on. You're going to hear about some money today. You're going to hear about some money, your money mindset, all of the above. And so we want to make sure that we let you know up front that while you can make money here, and everybody can, iBoomerang cannot and will not make any guarantees about how much money any particular individual is going to make, because while everybody can, everybody won't. Why? Because some are going to do more than others, and that's going to be an individual decision. Some are going to do a lot and make a lot. Some are going to do a little and make a little. Some are going to do absolutely nothing at all and make, say it with me, absolutely nothing at all. Who determines which one of those people you're going to be? None other than the man or woman looking back at you when you brush your teeth and floss in the mirror each day.
Right on.
For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you know that I went to the dentist this week and she actually recommended baking soda for those of us who smoke and drink coffee. Yes. And I love it. It's good. But anyway, I digress. That is a big fat squirrel. So in any event, I want to make sure that everybody knows
This is why we do the announcements the way we do.
Yes, I know, because of squirrels. Squirrels are out there. Squirrels are out there. They're everywhere. Look
at HP shaking his head. Look at HP shaking his head.
Anyway, it's time for the announcements. Roll tape.
Okay. All right. The announcements. Woo! New share. All right. Hello, iBoomerang family. Mark Kifkart coming to you from the flight deck. And this is my daughter's dog, Charlie. Hey, Charlie. All right. All right. Stay connected with the WhatsApp community, iboomnation.com. iboomnation.com. Go to iboomnation.com and fill in your information. SMS and email, iboomtext.com, Telegram, search iBoomerang and click join. The Boom Foundation is an organization where we have given back to children all over the world. So for their birthdays, what we want to do is give to the Boom Foundation. And Aster Granum has her birthday, and it is on December 16th. So what does Aster want? Boom Foundation donations. All right, chargebacks. If you charge back, you will be terminated. So go to iboomhub.com, go to downloads, and download the form for the multiple use credit card. All right, this is your brick. Your personal star achiever is 300 PQV, but if you want to, you can do the 250 QV travel and trade pack. Dual team qualified, one left, one right, 10 customers, elevate customers, 1500 QV, and total PQV is 1800 PQV. Guys, become a brick. All right. CEO Circle, 10 Elevate customers, Accelerate Vision and Dream Weekend. Those are our live events, and you must be qualified for 3 months prior to the event. CEO Corner, 25 Elevate customers, Accelerate Vision, Dream Weekend. Those are our live events, and all virtual and live events, including Elevate boot camps. But you've got to be qualified 3 months in advance. So the Elevate boot camps are $1,249. So get those 25 Elevate customers. Rank up. Who's using RankUp? All right. So training calls are on iboomhub.com, and they're on the YouTube channel for iBoomerang, youtube.com/iBoomerang. The playlist is at the top. All right. And then iBoom Rank Up, presentations by your top leaders. Log into Rank Up, click prospecting videos, grab the link and send it. So, but be sure that you match up the person to the prospect. And Profit Snatcher testimonials are on Rank Up. Log into Rank Up, click prospecting videos, click Profit Snatcher testimonials, grab the link and send it. But again, send the one that you want to match up to your prospect. All right, Travel and Trade Corner with D-Lo, Doris Lopez, travel trade advisor. She is on Wednesdays, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And at the end of the month, she always has G Money on. So watch for G Money. Hey, Jayla just reached out to me today and said that she is going to be doing a special Profit Snatchers America's Call Christmas edition. So you don't want to miss that. Jayla Pippins. And wait, who do we have? Who do we have? All right, let's see here. Jayla Pippins. All right, so Wednesday with Desi, Darren, Rod Smith, and Cesar. And Jayla will be hosting. All right. So Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Profit Snatchers Europe, Caroline Kusin. And that is on Thursdays. And this will be the last one, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. UK time. All right. And then the new presentation with Mr. Holton Buggs. It is now on iboomhub.com. iboomhub.com. All right. And then the worldwide good party, get out of debt party. So I go to iboomgoodparty.com and register your party. That's it, folks. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. What's up, T. Gray?
I got a squirrel.
You've got Cooper.
Cooper's in here. Say hi, Cooper. Hi, everybody. All right, get out of here. Don't be.
That's cute. That is so cute.
Yeah, he's got to be up here with me because Trent had to run out and do a quick errand, and I cannot leave him down there. We have white furniture. All right, that's the end of that story.
He will lift his leg. Okay.
You had to leave. You have to leave this universe. All right. Let's see. I think we have a couple of quick things to do before we bring on our CEO. Let's see. Just one quick thing that I wanted to talk about. Of course, we got Aster Granum. Happy birthday, Aster.
Diamond Aster Granum's birthday. This slide wasn't in there, and it came later. So it came this morning, actually.
No problem.
Happy birthday, Aster Granum. Diamond Aster Granum. What does she want?
Boom Foundation donations. Hit them. Okay. Hit them. Just hit them Boom Foundation donations. Feed the babies. That's what I asked you to do. All right. Do have one thing I want to talk with you guys about very seriously. iBoomerang is an amazing place, and we have created an environment of people who have a sincere desire to multiply their money. And that is what's so phenomenal about this society that we have created here, as we're all learning to trade and so we can travel and do amazing things and leave legacies for our family. However, one of the things that's been brought to our attention is that, of course, when you have people like that gathered together, you're going to also have people who see that as an opportunity for themselves. So there are people out there, even inside the iBoomerang and Elevate community, who are offering to trade for other people. And we want to let you guys know that we do not, that's not part of iBoomerang. We're not encouraging that. That's not a program that we endorse. It's not anything that we condone or recommend. As a matter of fact, we recommend that you do not give your money to anyone to trade for you. All right. That can result in losses and weird situations. And if that happens, that's between you. Okay. So we want to encourage you guys, don't do it. All right. If you know that is happening, I would encourage you to encourage your groups, as leaders, provide and protect, encourage your groups. And if you have people inside your chat groups, WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups who are offering this to other people, and you know that that's what they're doing, take them out the group. Take them out the group, and protect the rest of your babies from this, your customers as well. So we just wanted to put that out there, let you guys know that this is not something that iBoomerang is in favor of. And so we want to encourage you guys to be smart. Be smart. Stop always looking for an easy way. Stop looking for a fast way. We have the best education platform on the planet. Buckle down, learn, practice, put in the time. Put in the time. Holton taught me a long time ago, anything you do all the time, you get better at it. So put in the time. You will get better at it, and then you will be able to control your own destiny and not have to rely on other people. Okay? So we wanted to make sure we made a clear statement and let you know what iBoomerang's position is on this. All right. That's that.
All right. PDDG. He is going to be doing a blitz call tomorrow. This is going to be incredible.
So you guys know we're lighting it up. We're going hard from now through the end of the year, whereas other people are mentally shutting down for the holidays. We're like, you know what? Let's set ourselves up to win for 2024. Our CEO is going to talk about this concept in greater detail as part of when he comes on. Part of that, as he announced last week, we're blitzing these diamonds. These leaders are doing blitz calls. Today, I know we've got, tomorrow, I know earlier than this, we've got a call with Jason Solomon and Tierra Edwards, two of our Rockstar Diamonds. And then an hour and a half later, what do we have? This call right here, Presidential Diamond, Darren Gibson on the company line, 1 p.m. He's going to be sharing the iBoomerang opportunity. Get your prospects and your guests on the line and let PDDG go to work for you. All right. Let's keep it popping.
All right.
Is it time? It's time. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. Drum roll, please. I want to introduce to you the man. He's not a myth. He's truly a legend. He's real. And where is he at? Mr. Holton Buggs.
I'm here. Down, boy. Down, boy. Down, 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 down. Down. Sit.
Oh my God.
This is Boomer, guys. Everybody's off their dogs. This is Boomer. Okay? Sit, Boomer. Everybody had to have
There's
their
no
dog.
dog over there.
That was my dog. Boomer, come here. Let me
You know what? Oh my God.
He's shy.
Oh my God.
He's shy.
He's shy?
He lets me rub his ears. I can rub his ears. And that's about it.
You are so. What are those ears made of? Are those shoes?
These are his ears. He's got a nice coat on him too. See?
Oh my God.
That's enough. He's shy. He is shy. Okay. You're not the only ones that have dogs. Okay.
Well, you guys are my dogs. Y'all my dogs. What's up, bro?
Nice.
Good morning. iBoomerang. How we doing?
Welcome,
That's
Squirrel
what I'm talking about. Yes, indeed. I want to say welcome to everybody on this flight school, last flight school of the year. And I'm listening to some of these calls that's going to be taking place. I'm excited. You know, I am excited. I'm listening to you know, Jayla's going to be doing a special
Yes.
profit snatchers on Christmas. Wow.
Yep, Christmas.
And
Profit
so I'm going to
snatchers.
be around family, and you know, family always comes if you have family like ours, everybody always wants to borrow some money. So I'm going to say, of course, here's what we're going to do. We have a special call. Okay. If you can get through this call and explain it, then I'll loan you the money. All right. That's how you have to do it with family.
So that call is on Wednesday.
What day is Christmas? She said Christmas call, right? Or Christmas time?
No. It's this Wednesday.
Christmas edition.
Oh,
It's
Christmas,
Christmas
edition.
edition.
You see how we selectively hear things, right?
It's this Wednesday, the 20th.
Right.
The 20th.
All right. Well, anyway, guys, I'm excited about it anyway. I'll let them know, hey, listen, guys, what I'll do is I'll record the call. I'll tell them it's live. They won't know the difference. And I'll say, listen, I've got a young lady here who understands how to make money. She's doing a live call real quick. If you want to borrow some money, watch this call, explain it back to me. And then, and I'm telling you, it works. Okay. I'll give you guys one tip before we actually even get started. One tip. Many of you have family members who like to borrow, not just family members, friends, relatives, or whatever it is, because you probably may be affiliated and known to be in the money business, making money multiply. So what do you do? How do you handle that? Because many of you probably have that question when family members ask you for money, or friends, or people in your organization. Okay, number one rule is I do not loan money under any circumstances whatsoever. It doesn't matter whatsoever. Do not loan money. Don't. Okay. And when you loan money, what happens is you create a division in your relationship between the borrower and the lender. Okay. So don't loan money and don't borrow money from people that you are close to. It destroys relationships. Now, if you want to find a way to distance yourself from a person, you're saying, I don't know how to get away from this person, borrow some money from them or loan them some money and you'll never see them again. Okay. So that's the only time that I'll permit it. You're like, hey, listen, I just don't want to tell this person, I just don't want you around anymore. Just say, hey, I'm gonna loan you some money. Okay. Just loan them some money and you'll never see them again. All right. But don't do that. All right. And that's just how it works. Now, when you have a situation, specifically when people come to you and they say, hey, I've got a hardship. They've been watching your social media. They're seeing you do this and they're seeing you do that. And they're like, oh man, she's riding the high life. She's living the high life, or he's out there living his life. And they come to you, and here's how they come to you. And they say, I just need to talk to you for a moment. And, they get in that real humble voice. And what they do is they don't ask you directly. What they do is that they start explaining, oh, man, I've been really trying. I really have. I've been, really been doing all the things that I can do. And it's just been, I've applied for this and I've started this and I had this idea and this idea came up, and man, right now I'm close, but, if you can just let me hold something to Friday, or if you can just loan me, a couple $1,000s, because I've got this situation I need to take care of, and I've got this coming in on next week. And when that comes in, I'll give that back to you. So here's what I do. Here's what I do. Right? I say, great, wonderful, 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 wonderful. Here's what I do. I say, I am so glad that you asked. Now, here's how I operate when it comes to taking care of, issues like this. What I've done is I've put together a committee, and I have a group of people where I don't even get to make the decisions because I have so many people who come. I have got a committee of people, and what they do is that they do a quarterly review of people's needs of where I'm actually going to donate money. So if you could actually write down your needs, put it in more of like a letter describing what the issue is, what the need is, and how urgent that need is, then I'll have the team to review that need. And what they'll do is they'll rank it in order of importance. If you know what, if they pull your name, then obviously we'll go ahead and take care of that. And we're meeting, we meet once a quarter. So it's going to be probably another, we've got about another month and a half before we meet. And all of my life of doing that, I've only had one person to actually write the letter. So you didn't tell them no. You didn't come off arrogant. What you did is you tried to make them qualify for it. And those who are actually borrowing money and feel a personal need that you should supply, they already have the entitlement syndrome. So they don't feel like working for anything. So when you put them to work to get your money, they're going to be like, this is too much work. I've got to write it down. I've got to apply. I've got to submit it. A committee has to go. Oh, and what they're thinking is a committee is going to know how full of BS I am. I don't want to do that. Let me just not even write it. So set yourself up an email address, call it your family name. You can say, hey, Buggs Family Donations at gmail.com or whatever it may be. Okay. And say, send it email, send it in the form of an email there. Be very descriptive because they want to make sure that they give in the order of priority. And when the money runs out, obviously first priority and when you start all of that, they're sitting there like next person. Somebody says 1-800 good luck. So that's one of the things that you can do. See, I'm already making your 2024 turn out a much, 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 much better. Anyway, but today, ladies and gentlemen, I am excited because we're here for a reason today. And all of you got out of bed or moved away from where you were. Maybe you were at dinner if you're somewhere over in Europe or Africa or Asia, wherever it is that you are. We see so many people calling in from different parts of the world, and I'm actually excited about that. I am pumped. I'm pumped for 2024. I am pumped for what we are actually going to be accomplishing this year. As we told you last time, we are all about simplification. And what you're going to see in 2024 is you're going to see iBoomerang. I don't want to say evolve. You're going to see iBoomerang actually simplify itself and become a much simpler model to do business with. I can't wait for some of the things that we're actually going to be doing. I talked about it last call, and it seems like I'm becoming a regular on our flight schools now. I may have to ask T. Gray and Mark, do they have a spot for me in between? You know what I'm saying? They've been inviting me back. So it's like 3 times in 3 weeks or 3 times in 4 weeks, whatever it may be. I love it though. I love it. Connecting with the people and being able to do the things that we do. If you guys were not, I have to brag a little bit. If you don't mind, I'm going to brag for a moment. If you guys were not on the HB training call last Sunday, I have to brag. It was off the charts. Okay. It was off the charts. And it's not necessarily because I actually was the one who did that call. T. Gray facilitated the call from the very beginning. Mark was there as well. And then what made the call great was the people that were on the call who had a chance to get me in rare form, and the type of questions that they were asking about building the business. It was insane. I had allotted an hour to do that call total, one total hour. And I think it was a 2-hour call that we did. And I think it was 2 hours, if I'm not mistaken. But I can tell you one thing, I didn't want to get off, but I ended up getting off anyway. Somebody says it's 2+ hours, but it was off the charts. It was, they say, almost 3 hours, and nobody wanted to leave. It was like more and more and more. Here's the thing I want to share with you as well. Okay. As we talk about 2024, don't wait for me to officially start the training. The training for 2024 has already started. Anytime you find yourself in a position whereas you can actually get information that's going to empower and improve your skill set, do whatever you got to do to qualify to be there. Okay. Do whatever you have to do to qualify to be there. because you can't put a price tag on being in the right environment. You can't. And learning on an individual basis is great, but when you start to learn as a group, what I find is that the learning is intensified more. You retain more when you learn with your peers, and because you're sharpening your axe or your iron off of their iron as well. So many people are going to ask questions that you never would have thought of, and it answers questions for you, and then you get a chance to ask questions. It was great. It was really, really, really good. And it's, you know me, it's no holds barred. I didn't take it easy on them whatsoever. We gave them the big boy, big girl talk. And I'm always impressed to see the results come from that group, right? But now I want to be more specific now. I want to talk more specific, and I want to talk about your 2024. Last week I started talking about it a little bit, and I was talking about the time frames in which people actually start that process of planning for the next year. Normally, I do mine in November. So in November, I actually sit and think about all the things that are going to be accomplished in 2024 or the following year. Why do I do it in November? Because I want a running head start. I always adopt a philosophy of observe the masses and do the opposite. The majority of the people are actually going to get prepared in January. Well, January is too late. What you'll notice in January, and I want you to understand that when you hear about us being in the matrix, it's true. Some of us are living in our own matrix that we create, or our own Groundhog Day or Groundhog Year. If you remember the movie Groundhog Day, there's a Groundhog Year. And so some of us may be 40 years old or 30 years old. And no, you're not 30 years, because you'll tell somebody, hey, I've got 45 years of experience. No, many of you got one adult year of experience that you've actually repeated over 45 times. You've got one adult year of experience, but you've just repeated that same year 45 times. Yeah, you've worn different clothing, you listened to different music, you maybe drove a different car, maybe some of the things that you did and the nuances of that year was different, but you repeated the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And so when we become an adult, what happens is, we get this to a certain age, and normally it's around the age between around somewhere between 21 and 23 years old. What happens is there's this stamp. They fold your hair back and put this stamp on your head, says adult. And typically when you have that stamp on your head says adult, that's when the learning stops. Benjamin Franklin said, he says that the average person dies at the age of 25. Sadly, they're not buried until 65. What do we mean by that? The average person dies. That means that their ideas, their thought processes, their learning processes, new information becomes it becomes an anomaly. New information becomes foreign to them. And so what happens is the growth spurt dies, the spirit dies, the enthusiasm dies. And what happens is the same person, the same experienced person lives in that body for the next 30, 40, or 50 years and basically has the groundhog year. And they repeat it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. 9 times out of 10, if you go to work right now, let's say you've been working at the same job and you've been there for 20 years and you drive to work. 9 times out of 10, you take the exact same route that you've been taking probably for the last 5 years or the last 10 years. Why? Because you've never explored a new way to get there. You've never thought, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to take a different route. I'm going to have a different experience. It's always been, well, this is the shortest route. I'm going to do it. And you can also get out of bed, drive to work, never use a thought process in your mind whatsoever. Why? Because it's all pre-recorded, and there's nothing about your cognitive experience that's going to be alerted to put you in growth mode whatsoever. It's the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over. This is why people ask me all often, HB, I'd like to have a day with you. What's a day like with you? What's your routine? I don't have a routine. My routine is to experience each day much differently than the previous day. So you mean to tell me, HB, you don't wake up and do the exact same thing over and over and over? That's boring. That is a life that is, those are, I don't want to say a life that's wasted. That is those are moments and experiences and opportunities that are wasted. They're completely wasted. When I come home to my neighborhood, guess what? I choose different routes sometimes. Why? I just want to experience something different. I understand that my mind and my emotions are always in a learning mode, and they're going to see and experience something different at any given time. Anybody can come home and come in the neighborhood, go the same route, go the same street, take the back street sometimes, take the side entrance sometimes, and take the front entrance. So the back, why? It's just a practice of getting different experiences. And so what I want you to do is I want you to learn the process of getting new experiences. So we're not going to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, because January, what you do is you go out on New Year's Eve and you're going to be with your buddies. There's nothing wrong with that. And you're going to do the countdown, and everybody's going to make a wish, and everybody's going to say, I'm going to lose more weight. I'm going to make more money. I'm going to be in a better relationship. I'm going to get a promotion on my job. I'm going to do whatever it is. It's the same thing. And if you listen to the Cash Cow CDs, on CD number 1, I talk about this. I said, you have the same goal. You want a new life. You want more money. And 10 years later, you got your goal. You still want it. That was the goal, to want it. The goal wasn't to achieve it. The goal was to want it. And I'm letting you know, you never get what you want. You only get what, ladies and gentlemen? Put it in the chat. You don't get what you want, you get what you what? You don't get what you need, nope. You get what you picture. And you don't get what you deserve. You only get what you picture. I want to talk about that, for example, for a moment. And you know what? I just thought about something. We're going to make this training interactive. This is going to be an interactive goal session. And I'm gonna feed from your responses here, because it lets me know kind of where you are. And this will give you an idea of being able to recalibrate your thinking. I want to shape your thinking a little differently than where it is. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means your thinking can be off. Remember, your thinking is a projection. If your projection is aiming 5 degrees off, are you going to hit your target? No. So that means that if my thought process is actually a little off, that means that if I continue in that same thought process, I'm going to miss my goal. Thought is energy. And if energy can be directed, if it's directed in the wrong path, that means you cannot hit the goal. So you don't get what you need. You don't get what you need. If you got what you need, there would not be a necessity for homeless shelters. If you got what you need, there would not be charities, because charities services the needs of people. Okay. And so when you think that you get what you need comes from a place which means void of the existence. I am absent of sustenance. That means that I do not have enough. It comes from a lack mentality. So how can a lack mentality produce abundance? It can't. This is why you find some people, what they do is they always focus on what's missing. There can be so many great things going on in their life, and they focus on the one thing that they don't have, the need, and they'll never fill that hole. So you don't get what you need, you don't get what you want. The want, or whatever it is, the object of that want never materializes just because you want it. It's very easy to want it. Everybody can want. I want you to understand the marketplace. I want to share with you goals from a perspective of supply and demand. There is an overabundant supply of wants. There's an overabundant supply of needs. So in terms of a supply, if there's an overabundant supply of wants, overabundant supply of needs, the value of wants and needs are very low. Why? Everybody's got them. Everybody has wants. Everybody has needs. So the universe looks at your wants and your needs and say, oh, this is something anybody in the universe can do. So I won't assign a high reciprocal value to your want or to your need. I will assign a high reciprocating value to something that's rare, and that is your vision, your picture. Everybody doesn't have a vision. Everybody has a vision. They don't use their vision. Everybody don't use their vision. Okay. And I always tell people there's a vision that you have with your eyes, and there's also a vision that you have here. One of the sayings that I tell people that I learned is, what good is having eyesight when the mind is blind? What good is it to have eyesight when your mind is blind? When your mind can't see the future, when your mind can't see the creation, when your mind can't see this object of what you're going to manifest through your works, through your skill set, through repetition, through coaching, through mentorship, when your mind can't actually see it, there's no need for you to be able to put your eyes on it because your mind is blind. So you don't get what you want, you don't get what you need. Well, we get what we deserve. Well, who determines what you deserve? Deserving comes from a position of entitlement. Here's what I deserve. I've been working on this job for 5 years. I deserve a raise. So now what happens is we turn words like our needs, and we take needs multiplied times time, and we come up with what we deserve. Needs multiplied times time equals entitlement. This is the position that I'm in. I've been doing it for 3 years, 5 years. I've been, I've been the, whatever your position may be. So I deserve, no, you don't deserve. You're going to get paid in direct proportion to how you're able to execute your vision. You will get paid in direct proportion to your ability to execute your vision. So what is your vision for you, your family, specifically you? What's your vision for 2024? Here's the thing I want to share that's most important. It's not about the year. I would love for people to really understand or practice at one point in time in their life how I have adopted my disassociation with time. Somebody's reading my mail right here. So my disassociation with time. Those of you who happened to be at a birthday party of mine last year, I made an announcement. I will have no more birthdays. Why? because time is a trap. And the way that we utilize it, for most of us, it suppresses our creativity. It suppresses our level of success. Time actually keeps us in a rhythm of mediocrity. This is not saying that everybody who recognizes time is mediocre. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is every year you start emotionally, you start over every single year. Now, let me share with you something. It goes the opposite of what we teach in network marketing. When we talk about network marketing, we talk about residual income. And residual income simply means I start on January 1. And by December, I have $5,000 in residual income. If you're operating in the time space, January 1 next year, you're supposed to start all over. But if you're operating from an exponential growth pattern, time has nothing to do with it. Every unit of production, things continue to increase. And so I want us to stop all of this resetting all the time just because of a clock. Okay? There is no, I don't want to get so deep, but there is no such thing as time. Only men or man has given us perspective through teaching us, well, there's a clock, there's hours, and we see the moon and stars and that rotation and all of that stuff that we've learned. And I don't even want to go into that tangent there, but I want you to start to understand, stop basing things on just your celestial clock. If you're going to become successful, don't just say, okay, this is the year, and if I don't do it this year, I'll start over next year. No, you continue on. And what you should do is you should be getting better. I'm not telling you to give up your reference from time. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying stop making your goals based on just specifically a period of time. Now, do you want to have measurements? Yes, you do. You've got to measure, because I don't want you to say one day I'm going to become successful. When? I don't believe in time. It's just going to happen. So I want you to have some level of reference to being able to measure progress, to be able to measure progress. Okay? So you don't get what you want. You don't get what you need. You don't get what you deserve. You only get what you picture. And here's the thing I want you to understand. Those of us who have conditioned ourselves with positive thoughts, if you have conditioned yourself with positive thoughts, when you have a vision, your vision is always one of success. Do you know when I dream, I never dream or have visions of me failing. I only have dreams and visions of me succeeding. Do you know when I dream and I have visions of me being the victor, not me being the victim? And so there's some work that you're going to have to do as well. I'm going to give you the tools of some work that you're going to have to do, because there's some deposits that you're going to need to make, so that starting from today, we're not waiting for January. Starting from today, you're going to have to make some deposits. You're going to have to make some deposits. Why? So the deposits are there because when you start to create a vision, a dream, and you can daydream. Daydreaming is more important than night dreaming. But you cannot daydream of something that has not been deposited by your senses. If you've never seen it, if you've never heard it, if you've never tasted it, if you've never smelt it, you've never touched it, this is how we get information in to our subconscious mind. Through our senses, what we taste, what we smell, what we hear, what we see, and what we touch. So I want you to understand how you're going to operate is you've got to learn how to operate your mind first. So this mind is a supercomputer that we have that is designed to manifest any vision that you can put forth. If you don't understand what you have and what you're equipped with, it's going to be very difficult for you to make it happen. Now, you may say, well, HB, I don't know all of these things and I've succeeded. Yeah, maybe you have. What I'm talking about is for everyone that's out there, for you to have a universal methodology in order for you to succeed. Some of you are succeeding because you are unconsciously conscious. You don't even know that you're doing the right thing. You're just able to perform. I want you to be consciously competent. I want you to know specifically, here is exactly what I do and what I have done to yield this result, because that allows you to pass it on. It allows you to pass it on. It allows you to duplicate your success. So I want you to know that there's got to be a methodology to what we do here. All right? There's got to be a methodology. So whatever it is that we input, we're able to now use what we call either recall and see it again. So if only thing that you're talking about are failures, if the conversations that you're having are mostly about lack, negativity, things that can't happen, inferiority, insecurity, can't, won't, maybe, all of these thoughts, if the words that you use, remember, you are actually speaking these words, but you hear those words before the sound comes out of your mouth, because your brain has formalized those words, you've heard them with your ear, and so you're getting 3 doses of whatever it is that you speak. Hey, are you going to hit your goals this year? I'm going to try. There's 7 trillion cells in your body that are designed to actually execute perfection. And you just told 7 trillion cells that are miraculous, that are as unique and different as any other cell on this earth. You have just told the miracle component of your body, I really don't believe in you. I'm just going to try. You're just going to try? You got an army of 7 trillion agents that are saying, I can. I am designed to do it. I am designed to manifest. I am designed to make it happen. But because my uncle talked to me bad and and he hurt my feelings, I'm going to try. What do you think that army of 7 trillion cells do when you give it instructions? When you give it dumb instructions, when you give it non-productive instructions? You confuse them. They're soldiers. They were designed for manifestation. Here's the thing. They don't understand the difference between positive and negative. They don't. They only are designed to take instruction from you. How do you feel? I don't feel so great. All right, I just gave marching orders for 7 trillion cells in my body to confirm and validate I don't feel good. This is why when people talk to me, hey, how's it going? Man, I'm fantastic. Why? I am giving instructions to my 7 trillion cells to be fantastic. And you know what? They listen to me all the time. Why? I'm always fantastic. No matter how it's going, HB's fantastic. When things are fantastic, HB's fantastic. When things aren't fantastic, HB's fantastic. And people are attracted to fantastic feeling people. I'm teaching you right now the work that's to be done behind the scenes. This is not the work that's going to be done while you're on stage. This is not the work to be done that you're going to get credit for, or that somebody's going to pat you on the back for, or somebody's going to tell you, man, you're doing an awesome job, or they're going to give you the microphone and you get to do a testimonial talking about your 7 trillion cells and what you told them yesterday. Nope. This is the work between you and you. Are you willing to do it? Do you picture yourself doing it? What's the picture of your day? What's the picture of how things are going to happen? Can you picture yourself when you wake up tomorrow morning? What are you going to do to empower? If you know for a fact that those senses that you have are basically the deposits. So remember, you can't have a vision of what you haven't seen. So if you've got a negative vision, that means that you've got negative input. If when you see things, you see what cannot happen, you see failure, you see excuse, you have way too much negative input. You've got to change your friends. You've got to change what you watch. You've got to change what you listen to. You've got to change the places that you eat. You've got to change what you're hearing. Yes, it is that simple. It is that simple. Why is it that I don't ever get like sick and man, the HB's got this and HB's got that and HB's got that? Because I don't verbalize it. I feel great all the time. I'm energetic all the time. Now, I've got family members, very close family members. I can pick up the phone right now and call them. Hey, how's it going? Man, I came down with this. I'm dealing with this. I came down with that. And you know what? This is how it's been for a very long time. Because who do you think they're talking to? They're talking to people who are always feeling sick. They're talking to people who are saying, oh, I just came down with this. They're talking to people who have this ailment, this ailment, this ailment. Do you think they're sick because they live in a different environment? Just because? No, they're sick because they have trained their body. Hey, 7 trillion cells, it is okay for you to perform illness. It is okay for you to perform weakness. It is okay for you to formulate an unhealthy state. Those trillion cells don't know an unhealthy state is unhealthy. They just know here's the command that's been given. And I know some of you say, oh, here you go with all of that positive talk. Yeah. Yeah. And if you start to study how you're able to manifest things just through your own senses, you'll start to understand that you are the miracle worker. I'm giving you the most important part right now of turning your year into the year that you really, really, really picture. But the picture, you can't. Now, remember, I want you to transform the picture into a video. You can't just look at the picture and say, oh, you know what? I've got this one image, and you know what? I took that image of myself, and you know what? I'm going to keep going every day. No, that image has to be an ongoing video. How do you see it? Can you see yourself turning it around? Can you see yourself and maybe 2 sizes smaller of a dress? Can you see yourself being able to run a mile? Can you see yourself being able to do 5 pull-ups if you can't do 1? Can you see yourself being able to drop and give yourself 50 push-ups if you haven't been? Can you see yourself increasing your income 10% this month, even if you've not done it in the last 10 years? Can you see it? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What's the environment like? What are you going to do with it? How do you celebrate? How do you continue it? Can you see it? And I promise you, once you start to see success, you start to feel success. If you don't believe it, I can share with you how easily you can trick the mind. I can show you that all of your success and your feelings of your who you are when it comes to wealth is nothing but a state of mind and emotions. Take a person, it can be a friend, whoever it is, and what you do is go buy a lottery ticket. Okay, go buy a lottery ticket. And what you do is you buy a lottery ticket today and you buy the numbers of last week's lottery or whenever they release it. And what you do is you record last week's announcements on television. And you sit there with your friends or whoever it may be that you got them a lottery ticket, and you don't let them know it's recorded. You're watching your regular television program, and next thing you know, you run the recording. You say, hey, you know, they're going to come up with the lottery numbers. Here's a ticket I bought. Now, it's this week's ticket, but last week's lottery numbers. And so this week, you actually bought the ticket with the lottery numbers of last week's winnings. And they're sitting there and they have no idea. And when they're going to see the numbers, and they're going to watch the level of emotion, watch the level of stress that completely goes away. Watch the level of excitement. Watch the level of thought process. Watch even some of the plans that they make and the level of energy. Are they rich? No, they're not rich. They're at the same level of wealth that they were before they watched it. But in their minds, their money problems are over. So they celebrate as if they were rich. They have already put into their mind in that quick moment what their retirement date looks like, how it's going to be, who they're going to support, who they're going to do this for. And then later on, when you present, say, hey, listen, I was just joking. This was last week's lottery ticket. Watch them go right back mentally to where they were. Now, do this with the person who's a little stronger, because it could change their whole world. Why? Because it's all here. So the money doesn't make you excited. It's the vision of the money. It's the picture of possibility. That's where the wealth and celebration comes from. Most people think the accumulation of things is what makes you happy, and things will not make you happy. It is the picture that you have of moving towards your description of wealth and success. That's where the happiness comes from. The progressive realization of a worthwhile goal or dream is defined as success. Well, if I get this, I'll be happy. If I get that, I'll be happy. No, if you become happy, then I'll make the choice to get that. You see why I'm saying it's so easy for everybody to want and feel they deserve and be entitled? The universe doesn't reward that. Why? Because there's an oversupply of that. It's not in demand. You know what's in demand? A person with vision. You know what's in demand? Leadership. You know what's in demand? A person who will get up every morning and make their vision board, create a vision board, speak into the future, talk about things that haven't happened as if they've already happened. And then, see, there's a shortage of that. There's a shortage of that. And it's becoming more and more and more and more rare. Why is it becoming more and more and more and more rare? Because we no longer rely on us to go find a vision. We rely on stimuluses to give us a vision. That's why they have this thing called television. They're going to tell you their vision for you. They're going to tell you your vision, their vision for you. Social media. You don't have to be creative anymore. All you got to do is have a thumb. Swipe up. Okay? I'm not saying don't use them. I'm just telling you what it is. I told you what Instagram was. They call it Instagram because you can instantly get 1 gram of dopamine with the photos that are posted. TikTok. You know why they call it TikTok? They already know, because you're sitting there, tick tock, and you're just wasting your element of time away. TikTok. Silently, that's what's happening. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Last week, we talked about the average person spends $50, 50 times more on their entertainment than they spend on their education. Some people do 200 times more, and I'm not going to get back into that. But what you've got to do is you've got to start preparing your brain. So my question for you is this: as we move into this better version of you, and I'll say better, why? Because you'll be bad before you're good. You'll be good before you're great. As we move into a better version of yourself, before we start asking the universe for a new car, for more money, for better health, for better relationships, let's give thanks. Do you know right now, every one of you who are watching me right now, do you know you made it? You're here. Every one of us knows somebody that didn't get this far. They cannot plan to become better. They're done. They're gone. You made it. You and your 7 trillion person army. Y'all are here. And do you know they're ready to be reconditioned? They're ready to change whatever it is that you want to change. They're sitting there in obedience. And they only listen to you. I can't train them for you. I can't tell them how awesome you are. I can't tell them to make you to feel great. Only you. So let's give thanks. So right now, even in the chat, what are some of the things that you're thankful for? Real simple. What are you thankful for? Because sometimes like I said, we go asking for more. Asking for more means sometimes that you don't even recognize what you've already have when you're not celebrating enough of what's been given to you. Number one, you've been given life. You've been given health. You've got a chance. I told you several years ago, I did a call. I said, every day you wake up, there's 2 things that you have. You have a choice and you have a chance. Okay? You have a choice. You have a chance. Being alive, somebody says, thankful for opportunities. What else are you grateful for? Those are simple. Those are grateful and meaning, but those are simple as well. But let's just be real about it. What else are you grateful for? What else are you thankful for? Any of you have any money? If you've got money, I don't care if it's $10. Be thankful. Do you know there's people out there who don't even have 10? Do you have a car? Do you have a place to live? See, what happens is we want so much, but we don't even recognize the basic elements of things that allow life to be sustainable, that we should all be grateful for those. Well, it's just a car. Everybody has a car. I've got a house. I deserve a house. No, you don't deserve a house. You're not deserving of a house. Somebody has to go to work, put forth some effort for you to have a place to stay. Do you know there's people out there who are homeless? If you don't believe it, go to Los Angeles, go to San Francisco, go to New York now. And see the people who are homeless right now, and see the people with degrees, and see the people who were once high performers, high earners, that right now are living on the street. And I'm not saying that's you, that you're lucky. What I'm saying is, I'm saying, show the universe that you are grateful, number one, for even being, for existing, and the basic elements. You know what I'm grateful for? I'm looking right now and I'm looking at beautiful skies. It's clear. There's not one cloud in the sky right now. Thankful for it. You know why? Yesterday it was muggy, rainy, gloomy day. And I don't want to take that for granted. I mean, you can't even paint this as perfect as it is right now. The perfect amount of sunlight, the perfect amount of blue, the faint clouds way, 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 they're probably 100 miles away, and you can barely see clouds, and the blue just fades right into the gray and into the white. It's just perfectly done. See, it could be a hailstorm out there today. What I'm showing you is how to have humility first, how to say I'm grateful for the things that I have. I had a cup of coffee this morning. I'm so grateful. See, life changes and the perspective changes once you're able to understand, be grateful. Because when you understand how to be grateful, you really realize how much you don't actually need in order to be fulfilled. I didn't say that you shouldn't have. The majority of the things that I have, I don't need for fulfillment. I don't need it. Cesar and I were talking yesterday about my cars, and he says, dude, he was asking me about, one of the cars, the Rolls Royce, and then I've got two in the garage there. He says, you don't even drive it. And I say, I don't. I drive my Tesla. It's my number one car. I drive my Tesla. Why? Because I don't need a Rolls Royce. I have it. I bought it. I wanted it. I could afford it. But I don't need it. I am just as happy in my Tesla. Okay. Just as happy in my Tesla. And so why is it that why is it that I feel that I am blessed with more is because I don't feel that the universe owes me more. Grateful for what I have, and I am open. I am open for more blessings as I go out and give more blessings. The universe says that here's what's rare. People who are number one, grateful. Entitled people are a dime a dozen. So there's not a high demand for entitled people. There's a big supply of entitled people. Okay. Oh, the government should take care of me. The government should pay for this. The government should do this. See, that's entitlement. Oh, this is what I deserve. Oh, you don't deserve anything. I don't deserve anything. I don't. I work, I produce, I create, and the universe says, hey, listen, there's a compensation package for that work, and that's what you're going to get. And sometimes it's multiplied. And I'm grateful. I'm not deserving. I want you to understand that difference. One comes from a perspective of humility, one comes from a perspective of entitlement. Now I'm going to work my butt off. Why? There's a lot more that I picture. There's a lot more that I know I can do. There's a lot more experiences that I want to have, but I don't have to have another car to be fulfilled. Well, HB, you can say that because you've already had them. No, I can say that because I know it's real and it's true. And maybe you've got to go out and get 20 cars for you to experience it, but it's the purpose of having wisdom. Wisdom is having somebody that like, trust, and love that can say, hey, listen, here is what your experience will most likely do for you. And then now you make the choice as to whether that's something you need to fulfill what it is that you're looking for. Because most of you want to feel successful, so you want to get the car to feel successful. And I'm telling you that the car won't, when you get it, it doesn't make you feel successful. I'm not saying don't get the car. What I'm saying is it doesn't make you feel successful. Okay? It doesn't. You know what makes you feel successful? When somebody else says, you see that person right there? If it wasn't for that person, my life would be completely changed. I wouldn't be where I am today. I don't know where I'd be if it wasn't for see, that. You want to feel successful? Try that. Try that. Okay? It's not about all the accumulation. So let's talk about, so let's do that now. Here's one exercise that we're going to do. Remember, this is going to be very interactive here. Okay. I want you to choose between 1 and 3 people right now that you're grateful for, not including me. Okay. This is not for me. Here's what we're going to do right now. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to send a message, a very short message. And here's all I want you to say. Thank you. Thank you. You can say, for so many reasons, I just want to say thank you. Watch what happens in this environment here. Okay. Think of just 3 people, 1 to 3. Okay. That you just want to say thank you. You probably haven't said it in a long time. Maybe it's your mom. Maybe it's your dad. Maybe it's, your coworker. Maybe it's your best friend. Maybe it's your son, your daughter. Maybe it's a grandparent. I don't know. But for you, who is it? Okay. And see, what you're doing right now is you're operating off of the I-boomerang principle. What do I mean? You're giving good karma. See, just from this call here, do you know how much karma is being given out right now? We're giving out goodwill. Do you know the number of people right now who are watching their text messages feeling, wow, my day's been made? See how I'm showing you right now. This is, you don't wait for the training. This is the training. I'm showing you how life works. I'm showing you what my secret is. I'm telling you right now, this is my secret. Just how hard could it be? You don't have to write some elaborate statement. Thank you. You can say thank you, thank you, thank you. I just say thank you. So what do I mean? So now the universe works like this. When you are a part of giving, whenever you give, that means that what you gave comes from your supply. I've got water. I'm going to give some water away. That means if I give some water away, it's coming from my supply. So if I give it away, half of it, that means that my supply is going to be down here. The universe says givers are rare. Givers are a commodity. Givers are in high demand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I reward the givers. And when you don't expect it and don't feel entitled, the next thing you know, you'll end up with 2 bottles of water. And you'll be wondering, where's that come from? Because the universe says, I can trust you with resources. See, a simple thank you is given to someone. You just gave from your bank of gratitude. So the universe says, I have to replenish you with more things or more satisfaction because you're willing to pass it on and give it too. Guys, I'm telling you right now, you can change your life with this. I should be charging $10,000 for this training right now. Tony Robbins just had his date with Destiny, and I think some of the ticket prices were up to $25,000. And you know what? They should be 100. So what I'm telling you, what value can you put on learning the true secrets of manifesting wealth, happiness, and success? You can't put a value. Okay? You can't. Some of you who trade here, oh, I would love for my trades to be more profitable. Whenever you find a good trade setup, give it away. Give it away. Hey, found a great setup. Take a look at it. Give it away. Okay. So now that you've identified those 3 people and you've sent it out. The universe is now doing its work. You've now stirred the pot. The universe is working. So now let's move into receiving. Remember, givers, receivers are not necessarily in high demand. Receivers, there's a huge supply of receivers. If you've got 100 people at a homeless shelter, that means 100 people are waiting to receive help. You don't have 100 donors at the same time willing to offer a bed. You've got a few people who make sure 100 people are taken care of. Okay. We just had our Boom Foundation board meeting yesterday, and we talked about giving, and we've got $65,000 that we're giving away to 3 different organizations. Giving, why? Why are we giving $65,000? Well, number one, you gave it. You did all of the iBoom credits and all of the things that you do to give. It's your money. It's not ours. We're giving that money away. Why? So that the universe says, okay, we're going to open up the coffers so more money can come into the account, so you can keep giving more money away, and then more money comes into the account, and you start having this big problem: what to do with the money. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you the secret. I'm giving you some real solid game right now. Okay. But don't give for the purposes of expecting. You give because it's a principle of openness for you. It's a principle. You don't have to force it. It happens. The universe can't operate in contradiction to its purpose. It cannot. Not that it will not. It cannot. It cannot happen. But nobody taught you the secret of acquiring or experiencing abundance. And so we go through life with shortages, and we're very good at it. Very good at it. Let's talk about some of the other areas here. Let's talk about what areas of life are you looking to improve? Most people looking to improve financial. Don't be embarrassed about that. Oh, I want to, I don't want to say money right now. I want to talk about my personality, or I want to talk about love. You don't really care all about that. You want some money, and it's okay. Don't be embarrassed about it. Whatever your goals are and whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you got to have a vision for it, but let's talk about that. Let's look at, what do you want to do, and be very specific about it. If it's money, Connie, here's what I want you to do. You got the money bag there. The money bag's not going to come to you. You can picture it, but the money bag can be 50 cents. Give me a specific number. Have a crystal clear vision of how much money, when you want the money, and the purpose of what that money is going to be for, and watch and have a vision for how you execute your purpose for that money. Don't write out the things that you think that will impress me. The universe already knows your truth. You know what? The universe will respect you more if you said, hey, listen, here's why I want 50 grand. Because I want to go to Vegas, and I'm just going to blow it. I'm just going to blow it on fun. I'm 50 years old. I want 50 grand. I can see it. Here's what I'm going to do. The universe respects that more than you saying, oh, I want 50 grand because I'm going to give this to charity, knowing you're not. Knowing you're not going to do you're faking yourself out. The universe looks at you and says, oh, there's an oversupply of you. Your vision is insincere. You're not even willing to be truthful with yourself. We can't reward that type of behavior. You be true to yourself. The vision, the universe is not in judgment of what you want to do. They're in judgment of your sincerity. Understand what it is. So if it's health, okay, 100K to pay the bills off. Which bills you're going to pay off? Which ones you're going to pay first? What's the specific amount? Have you put together a bill reduction plan? Pay bills off. There's a lot of bills. Which ones you want to pay off? Get specific, get detailed. Business goal. I want to become a diamond. Okay, how much volume do you want to do? How many people you want to have in your organization? What's the vision for that? Don't just give it one thing. Be very detailed and specific about what this goal is. Credit cards and student loans. Okay, instead of saying pay off credit cards and student loans, I'm going to pay off $22,000 in credit card debt. I've got $8,000 on Visa. I've got $9,000 on MasterCard, and I've got $5,000 on American Express. That's $22,000 worth of credit card. My American Express has the highest interest rate, so I'm going to pay that off first. My Visa has the second highest, so I'm going to pay that off next. My MasterCard is third. So be specific. Have a plan. The universe says those people who are specific with their vision, they are in high demand. They are rare. So the universe skips the line of everybody else who just says credit card debt, and it goes to the person who has a very specific plan. Anybody can go begging and say, I want more money. Hey, you know what? You're going to go ask the universe, or whatever it is that you want to say, or however you want to open yourself up to it. Do you know anybody can come ask for money? Anybody can ask for money. It takes another level to be specific about the amount, what you're going to do for it, and develop a plan as to achieving it and what you're going to do to execute it. That's what's rare. See, that it's no different. Remember, see, those of you, let me paint a picture for you when you're dealing with the universe. Because some of you judge what I said earlier, but you're the same person. Remember, you judged when I said about my family comes and says, hey, listen, can you put $5,000 in my pocket? And then I talk about, okay, well, write it down. I have a committee that will review the process. They meet every quarter. Be specific about what your need is, how much you want, what you're going to do with it. Okay. And how urgent it is, and be very, very descriptive, because they're going to judge it based off of a need assessment. And what did I tell you? I said they won't even write it down. Neither will you. You are no different than the family member who's coming to ask your family member for money. You're asking the universe for money and for pay off a credit card debt when you won't even be, the universe come back and say, hey, listen, hey, buddy, listen, I know you want money. Here's what we got to do. The universe says, I have a committee. It's called the Committee of Doing Good. Uh-oh. My battery looks like it's not charged there. Cesar, let's see here for a second, if you could. Looks like my battery's going to die. It's charging, but unplug that heater. Yes. Unplug that heater. Yeah, thank you. Okay, great. I you know what I need, Cesar? Right above upstairs there, and right by my, I think there's the white cable. I need the white for the laptop. It's upstairs. Yeah, right upstairs. I need that one because maybe this one's not working. It says charging, but my battery is like down to red. So guys, if I get off of here, it's not because the universe kidnapped me. It's because my battery died. Okay. And I will jump on a phone or whatever it is, my Etch-a-Sketch, whatever I got to do, I'll do it. Okay. So, now, what am I talking about here? So you're no different. Okay. You're no different whatsoever. See, you're judging the family member. You say, yep, I got those same family members, but you're the same person. Because the universe has a committee as well. It's called the Committee of Goodwill. Who's doing goodwill? Who's doing and operating in the right space? When you're operating in the right space, the universe says, okay, I have a committee who's going to decide whether or not these rewards go to this particular person. It's the same thing. This is why I say how you do anything is how you do everything. Okay? So once you do that, you've got to be very descriptive. Very descriptive. we go. It should work here. Perfect. Okay. Hopefully this right here will charge my battery even faster. All right. Now, so you got to be very descriptive on what it is that you want. Okay. You want to become a better trader. You want to, you want to learn how to get more IGO customers. You want to know how to recruit more ambassadors. You want to become a better presenter. Whatever those goals are, whatever it is, it's fine. Have a clear vision, but don't be lazy. Have a detailed plan as to how to do it. I don't know how to create a plan. Get with your coach and mentor. Stop saying, I don't know how. I don't know how is the first cousin to I don't want to. That's who that is. It's the first cousin to I really don't want to. It's the first cousin to I'm just really lazy. I just want somebody to do it for me. Doesn't work like that. Okay? Now, once you've done that, you got a very descriptive component of what it is that you're going to do. Here's what I want you to do now. I want you to decide what type of person must I become in order to achieve that goal. I want you to think about what I'm saying. If you're the type of person right now who says, I want to lose 30 pounds, I'm just giving that as an example, and you can relate this to every aspect of your goals. And right now, what you do is you wake up in the morning, and on weekends, you get up at noon. And when you get up at noon, first thing you do is you go look in the refrigerator. When you go to bed, you go look in the refrigerator. You don't see a gym, okay? The closest thing you come to a gym is a guy named Jim. And you look around and you says, does the person who's losing 30 pounds operate like that person? No. Okay, if I want to lose 30 pounds, what type of person must I become? Because I am obviously, if I was the person who knew how to lose 30 pounds, I would already be 30 pounds less, but I am not that person right now. So what type of person must I become? So have a picture of that person and their habits. If I want to become a better presenter, a more successful person, whatever it may be, have a picture of what type of attributes, actions does this particular person have in order to become this successful. I want to be a better trader. Let me see who are better traders. What type of discipline do they have? What things do they do? What type of habits do they have? What do they read? What do they listen to? And now this must be the characteristics that I duplicate in order to become that person. And you're not trying to be the other person. You're trying to do what they've done so that you have the habits of the other person. And I hope you understand that. It's called modeling. You want to model the behavior of those who've done it so that you can actually get it. Success is very simple. Most people are just lazy. Yeah, I see my screen is glitching. I don't know why. My Wi-Fi is strong here, but this information is so much on fire, I got the screen glitching. That's what it is. Y'all can't handle the truth. Y'all can't handle this. Got these goals just popping over here. That's what's happening. All right, the power source is 7% right now. Okay, so I'm at 7%. I'm about to wrap this up. Okay. All right, so it's moving up now. It's at 8% now. Okay, great. So you do that. Then what you do is I want you to start working backwards. I want you to work backwards. I want you to vision the goal. I want you to state the goal, have a very clear definition of the goal. If it's money, whatever it is, money, relationship, health, whatever that may be. And I want you to say, let's just say here that the goal is you want to get up to, $10,000 per month. $10,000. All right. Here is where you're able to use the reference of time. Why? It is a measurement of your progress relative to what your life is like, because they send you bills every month. You can't say, well, hey, listen, I don't believe in time, so y'all shouldn't be sending me monthly electric bills or monthly mortgage statements. They're going to laugh you. They're going to take you and this training and laugh you right out of your house. So if you say 10,000 a month, this is where I want to be. How long of a time are you going to give yourself to get there? Okay, well, I want to be there in 6 months. What does it take to make 10,000 a month? What does my organization look like? What does, how many people must I have coming into my group? And then you work it backwards to say, okay, well, $10,000 a month is typically an emerald. It can be a very strong ruby to an emerald, qualified, obviously. If you're qualified as a strong ruby or an emerald, $10,000 a month is typically where your income should be. And at emerald, an emerald, brand new emerald, normally is going to have somewhere between 150 to 175 brand new people to join their team, 200 people join their team in a month, if you're going emerald with momentum. Okay, so that means this is what I need, where I need to be. So I'll work it backwards. If I'm starting here around 200 people per month joining my team, okay, in 6 months, in 5 months, where am I? Maybe I'm somewhere about 100 people joining my team. 4 months, maybe I'm somewhere about 60 people joining my team. 3 months, I've got about 45 people that join. 2 months, I've got 25 people that join my team. Sapphire, first month, this month coming, I've got maybe 10 people that join my team. So you work it backwards. So now you know what to do starting from now. I want to lose 50 pounds in 6 months. Work backwards. Don't start now and have an indefinite amount of time. Start with the end in mind. See the goal. I'm 50 pounds lighter 6 months from now. I am X number of pounds lighter 6 months from now. I am 50 grand a month or 10 grand a month 6 months from now. And you start from there and you work yourself back. Okay. You saw James Wooten on the video say he started his trading account with $5,000, and I think he took it up to, I don't know, I forgot what the number was, 125,000 or something like that in 6 months. So you said, okay, if I've got people making six figures in 6 months, 6 months from now, I want 100. Now remember, 6 figures goes from 100,000 all the way up to 999,000. So be specific. So here's what I want. 100,000 in my trading account. I'm starting here. Okay, work it backwards. But you have to do the work. You know the reason why most people don't get their goals is because they're lazy, and the work that I'm telling you right now, they won't do it. It's easy to say what it is that you want, but this is why you never get it, because you only get what you picture. And you can only have a picture once you draw it. How do you draw the picture? The picture, drawing the picture is the plan. When you can see the plan from end to beginning, don't see it from start to finish, see it from end to beginning. You've been taught to see it from start to finish. No, start to finish doesn't have a finish line. Start at the finish line. I'm running track and I'm running, quarter of a mile or 400 meters, one lap around. I'm going to start. If I'm a track runner, I'm going to start with the finish line. I'm going to start with feeling that yellow tape burst through my chest, burst through the yellow tape, and my arms flying back like this so that I'm winning by 2 or 3 steps. I can see that. I can feel that. I'm starting with that vision. And I'm working myself all the way back from once I've gotten 3/4 around the track and I'm into the last turn. And I can feel my head going into the turn, and I can feel how I'm breathing and my me running in an upright position and me pushing off and pushing heads by my ear, by my hip, by my ear, by my hip. I can feel all of that. Now I can see myself when I was at the halfway point. I can see the people right there, right next to me, but just a hair behind me. all the way back to the starting line. Because if I can finish strong, I already know how I can start, what start I need. Start with the end in mind. Start with the finished product of the vision, and then work yourself backwards. Okay? Work it backwards. And so what you have to do is this, what are the four steps? 4 steps that I talk about of success is decide what it is, decide what you picture. Okay? You have to make that decision. Number 2, decide what you're willing to give up. What is it that you're willing to give up? You're not going to be able to have your cake and eat it too right now. You've got to give some stuff up. What are you willing? I don't call it sacrifices. These are investments. What are you willing to give up? Some of you are going to have to give up, maybe eating out. Make your own food. Well, I wish I had more money in my trading account. Well, stop going to lunch with all of your friends every day. Stop drinking the expensive coffee that you're drinking. Stop, valet parking every time you park, and maybe park around the corner for $3 instead of valet parking for $20. Save that money for 2 months. Put that money into your trading account, and then make exponential growth on the money. I'm telling you guys, when you want to and you're inspired, there's nothing that you can come up with as an excuse as to why you can't achieve your goals. It's just that you're lazy. And you want it to be done for you. You want somebody to say, you know what? I did a little bit, give me a lot. I can't wait. I want the story of somebody said, you know what? Here's what I did. I was spending $30 a day on fast foods. What I did, $30 a day, 7 days a week, that's $210 a week, that's $840 a month. So here's what I did. I went out and bought $300 worth of groceries for myself. That lasted me the whole month. I made my own meals. I saved myself $515, $540 for the month. I saved that for 5 months. That was $2,000 that I actually saved. I put that in my trading account, and now I'm actually earning 1% a day on the money. Now, when you put $2,000 in a savings in your trading account and you're able to earn 1% per day, do you know how much money that is after a year? Do you know that that's over $1 million? Some of you, your millionaire status is actually sitting over there at Chick-fil-A. Your millionaire status is over at McDonald's. Your millionaire status is over there, at your valet parking place. It's not that you can't get it done. It's you are creatively lazy. You won't sit and think for yourself. Why? Because TikTok doesn't allow you to think for yourself. Instagram, Facebook, social media, news, it thinks for you. So you're not training yourself. You're not getting the proper training. Sit down in the morning. Okay? Sit down in the morning and think for yourself. Think of how it can be done. Same set of circumstances that you've got. You're sitting on the answer. You just got to get up. When you're not lazy, you get up. When you get up, that's when you can make things happen. Yeah. That's right. Every one of you. That's where your millionaire status is. Sitting right there, 1% a day. That's it. Okay, Holton, you know what? 1% is hard, 0.5% a day. Well, if I had more money, no, if you had more initiative, you'd have more money. So now do you see how to change yourself? Now do you see this has nothing to do with 2024? This has everything to do with rebuilding a new you. Taking all the cells that you have, those 7 trillion cells that I said that you have, and renewing them, giving them a new start. Forget about the year. Restart those cells on giving them a new set of instructions. Okay. So you decide what it is, picture what it is that picture what you want. What are you going to give up? I just showed you how to give up a little bit, have a little bit of delayed gratification, have some patience, develop your skills within those 5 months period of time. Every one of you sitting on $1 million account. Every one of you sitting on $1 million account if you choose to. Third thing is you got to pick a champion. Pick a champion. Who's your coach? Who's your champion? Can you get there by yourself? Yeah, but you don't get any extra credit for that. Can you get there by yourself? Yeah, but there's no thrills in that. When you get there by yourself, everybody looks at you and you don't get the satisfaction that you think you're going to get. Oh, I did this by myself. I'm better than everybody else. No, everybody looks at you like, yeah, okay, you got there. So what? They're not happy for you. They're not happy for you. Okay. Why do you think when you see these award ceremonies, you know, like the Grammys and all of that stuff, you hear people say, you know what, thank you. I have a list of all the people that I want to thank. I want to thank my producer. I want to thank my writer. I want to thank this. Why? Because they know they want their fans admire them the more people that they thank. Because you didn't do it by yourself. I didn't do it by myself. I can't do it by myself and don't want to. I want all the development that I can have. I want all of the positive reinforcement and great energy that I can have. I want all the stories, your stories. I use your stories all the time. That's what I want. Okay? That's what I want. So don't try to take credit. Go pick a champion who's been there before you. Don't think that where you are now is you can now fly alone. No, you don't. Why fly alone? You know, I want these co-pilots over here. I want them to find my blind spots because I have them. And if you have somebody in your life, cherish it. You have somebody in your life who can see your blind spots, cover them and not expose them, keep them there. Never get too big. Never get too big to not recognize the people who were there when you were small. Don't ever. That is the definition of entitlement. That is the definition of lack of appreciation. Okay? Don't ever get that big. Okay? I've never gotten that big. I can't even see. I don't have a vision of getting that big. It doesn't matter how high I go. There's some people who I felt have done some actions that have been wrong to me. But I don't talk bad about them. You know why? Because the action that they did to call me and invite me into opportunities changed my life. So you don't think I can't forgive that one little stupid moment of them being jealous of me, or that one stupid moment of them maybe being insecure and have said this thing about me or done this thing about me? You think that one moment is more important than that invitation that they gave me, that nobody else opened the opportunity up for that opportunity? No. Okay. Because we can all find the one thing that somebody's done, but how often do you jump up and down about all the great things that they did? So find your champion, pick a champion, keep a champion. And number 4, as we're talking about it, you plan your work and you work your plan. It's going to require work. You're not going to do this by yourself. You can't do it by yourself. Okay? You can't. And you shouldn't. Okay? In basketball, they have what's called the jump shot. They have what's called the layup. They also have what's called the assist. Guess what? When you get the assist, it's only worth 2 points. When you get the layup or even the slam dunk, it's only worth 2 points. It's the same amount of points. Same amount of points. So doing it by yourself, nothing big about that. I want you guys to really take what I've shared here, put it in context for your goals, for what you want to accomplish. I want you to figure out what is this new signal that I'm going to reframe and reprogram these 7 trillion cells that I have in my body. How am I going to reprogram them and be consistent? Maybe your goal should be consistency. Put a reward system in there for yourself as well. I'll tell you that. These are some extra pointers. A reward system. The things that you like to do. Maybe you like to, let's just say that maybe you like to, go bowling on the weekends. Just tell yourself, hey, listen, here's my goals here. Here's what I'm working towards. I'm supposed to work out 3 times this week. I'm supposed to read for at least an hour worth of time this week. I'm supposed to not go eat out or valet park at these particular places this week. If I achieve those goals, when I achieve those goals, I'll reward myself with going bowling. I know it's difficult for you to do it. Your job will do it for you. See, we're used to somebody else doing it for us. So, okay, I tell you what, if you come to work and you don't miss X number of days and you get here on time, I'll make sure I give you 2 weeks paid vacation. And what you do is you jump up and down and you make sure that you are obedient to those guidelines and expectations because somebody else is doing it for you. But to have freedom, you have to do it for yourself. Okay? You have to do it for yourself. All right? What parts of what participation factors are you going to have with what we're doing here in iBoomerang now? How many calls are you going to do? Last week I talked about the blitz. Have you gotten your team ready for the blitz? Have you gotten your list ready for the blitz? Do you have a blitz action plan, or are you doing the same thing you said that you did the last few times? And that was a golf ball that you heard that loud noise that hit my house. Is that T Gray? No, he's on the T Gray. You still on the call, right? Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay. So we this week here, guys, we're starting. Okay, we have put together an entire plan. We told you about a new pack that I call it the Think About It pack. Everybody wanted to keep it the Think About It pack, but let's get ready for blitzing. Let's take the momentum into the new year so that next year when you start experiencing this simplicity, we're changing the packs next year. We're going to be changing a lot of stuff next year, but you want to have a huge number of people in that already experiencing that. Don't wait till we change it to say, I'm getting started. That's like everybody else. Let's get this thing started. We have no other than our presidential diamond, Darren Gibson, that's going to lead off the blitz call. He's stepping up and says, hey, I want to do a blitz call for the entire company, not just for my team, for the entire company. You and your team and your leaders should be having blitz calls planned accordingly. I want to share with you the pack that we put together that we told you about for right now. And then this is the pack that we just introduced. I told you about. It's $100 pack. And if they can put that on the screen, okay. The affiliate pack that we put together is $100. Okay, it comes with 100 QV, 30 CV. It comes with a subscription of $49.95 per month. Let's talk about what you get with this particular pack. Why are we putting this pack together? We put this pack together for those people who have these thought processes of saying, I'm not ready right now. Okay, well, let's get the Think About It pack, the Not Ready pack. What do you get with it? A wealth starter course that will include wealth and money, mindset principles, an introduction to Forex basics, an introduction to trading psychology, introduction to candlesticks, okay? Access to several business building tools. You get the business builder pack, back office, You get the I Decide interactive presentation, and you get option to the Rank Up. And everybody should be on Rank Up. Guys, you should not be going into the brand new year without Rank Up. You should have access to everything that you and your group are doing so that you can actually measure your success and measure your tools. Well, I don't know if I can afford Rank Up. Okay, well, skip 2 meals. Don't skip 2 meals completely. Skip 2 meals eating out. Remember, it's not that you can't, it's just that you don't want to. Okay? That you don't want to. So make sure that you have that, all right? And do that. Go to the next slide, please. Okay. You get a travel membership with that, up to 35% off the travel discounts. You can also earn retail bonuses and fast start bonuses with that pack. Each one of you should be able to get 10 brand new people in with this pack. And yours truly are putting together videos that's actually going to be upgrading them. We've got a plan for the beginning of the year. I told you, I believe we can put 5,000 people in with this particular pack right here. Don't stop selling our other packs. This is for those that once you've introduced them to those, they're not so ready right now for those other packs. This right here, you break it down, say, hey, listen, we've got think about it packs. It's perfect for those who said, I need to think about it. I need to discuss it with a significant other. I need to get my money together. I want to start later. This is perfect for those. Okay. Now check this out. This is pretty cool. Right. In this affiliate pack, we have it for Spanish, we have it for English, right? And so all of that information is available in Spanish or in English. So that's going to be pretty cool. And then later on, we'll be able to do them for other languages as well. Now, I'll give you a cool secret. I don't know if it's out yet, but I've been practicing my best Spanish. Tigre, is it out yet?
Yep, we can give them a taste.
You want to give them a taste? I want to give them a taste of me actually doing it, because I did it in Spanish.
Hola, soy yo de nuevo. Este es HB aquí. Hasta ahora has pasado por ello y realmente has experimentado cómo es tener nueva información como un nuevo comerciante. Al principio, quizás estabas confundido e indeciso, como yo también lo estuve. Hasta ahora, si comprendiste la psicología del trading y tuviste la información sobre riqueza y mentalidad,
That's enough, Tigre. That's enough. That's
probablemente
enough.
estés
That's
más
enough.
seguros.
That's enough. I don't want them to get too overexcited. Listen, listen. I don't want them to get too overexcited about it. But listen, guys, we're prepared for you. All right. When we say simple, I mean, we're going to simplify it, okay? We're going to simplify it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I went into the studio yesterday. That was recorded yesterday in the studio. I was in the lab yesterday. I have been practicing and practicing and practicing and practicing like crazy, okay? So we got it all done. I had my script together, on point. I got my jokes and everything in there as well. But you can't see it until you sponsor somebody with that kit, and that kit's going to be in there for them. Okay. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, is there anything else that I'm leaving out, Tigre and Mark?
Nope.
Yes, there is.
What?
We're leaving out our photo, third photo in,
Oh, yeah.
in the last few weeks here.
Hey, Greg, what's up?
Look at me. I'm like all
Hold
over.
on one second. Down, boy, down.
Oh my God.
Rub his ears. Rub his
Dog
ears.
gonna be in the picture?
What?
Is your not dog gonna be in the picture?
You guys had yours in the picture, so I'm going to put mine in the picture too.
Oh my God. Hey, you know what? So this is the last one, HB, for the year. So let's send everybody off with a good one.
Okay.
All right,
Sit,
Merry
Pedro.
Christmas.
Sit,
Happy
Pedro.
holidays.
Siéntase, Pedro.
Oh boy.
Hey guys, listen, let's rock and roll. Let's go out and finish strong, and let's actually start a whole new us this year. Carry it out into 2024. I love each and every one of you. I want you guys to have a merry, merry, merry Christmas. I want you to have an incredible new year. I can't wait to see you. There's a lot more announcements of new events that we're actually going to be having. Get yourself in gear. Let's raise the roof. Let's raise your profits. Let's raise everything that we can raise. Love you guys. See you. Boom.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
I give out good when it comes back to me. Back to me. We can change the world. Can't you see? Can't you see that I boomerang, boomerang, boomerang? That I boomerang, boomerang, boomerang. That I boomerang, boomerang, boomerang. That I boomerang, boomerang, boomerang. I gotta do better with my life. There's people not living that nice. You know that I hate that sight. It's up to us to make that right. Together we can save someone's child. I believe we can make it safe in the world so wild. Dark outside, we bring the light. You're a star, so shine so bright. We can make a difference. I give out good when it comes back to me. Back to me. We can change the world. Can't you see? Can't you see that I boomerang, boomerang, boomerang? That I boomerang, boomerang, boomerang. That I boomerang, boomerang, boomerang. That I boomerang, boomerang, boomerang. Right now, it feels so good, and that I boomerang.